Hello everyone, my name is Aussie Hornet. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're going to be continuing with Turnabout Beginnings, and yeah, let's get to it. Mr. Paulson. I'm sorry. Oh, so thanks, you're real good, you really hooked me up. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime, yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive? Huh. Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she is a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lie! Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. Okay. This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. It's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. You're true, I did. What the fuck? What? You, oh my god, dude. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her. Oh boy. Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong. No, protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too. Wait, what? A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia. Did he actually say that? He's seen one too many soap operas. But to anything she says. Anything she says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, and Dahlia and Valerie too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family rich, jewelry business. We got one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note we sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer because she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that one! That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. Oh. I was shot in arm, Dahlia. She jumped in the river. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. That woman, she betrayed me! That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years. All I wonder is why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why he called her. He wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. But I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth, that's all. So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kid. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone. With Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. Disappeared with Dahlia? Huh? Wait a minute. We can come back in now. We're ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her. They never found her? Swallowed by river. God, Dahlia. You're a teen angel? How old was she anyway? Why? Why? Why are we defending this guy? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. Plans a fake kidnapping and disappearing into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, I'm dead. All stick to fall. He gets a one-way ticket to death row. This time, kid. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Training wheels come up now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Oh boy. Let's continue the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's really hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. A motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course, I think. You're still acting as tame as a kid. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. Looks like this witness is a real professional. Well, what do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say.
country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Pulling a gun and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago? Or kidnapping a poor girl? I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country. Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case.
Hold it!
A grudge?
Well, policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
Objection!
My client has always maintained that he's innocent on those charges.
You're kind of forgetful in your time, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client, you would know what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. He said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that?
Well, you couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Well, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
It's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Probably best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Your Honor, what the witness said just now is tremendously important. I'd like to add it to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. Her testimony only helps further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough on this, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. Guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Objection!
Witness, I want you to take a look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in this photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Oh, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
Got it now. Just don't mess up. Now that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Objection!
Well, it was foggy that day and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for a white.
Objection!
Sorry, but not this time. The witness has confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is...
Take that!
Witness, have you ever seen this note?
Nope. No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that.
Well, what do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Falls' instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear a white scarf for identification. White scarf? Oh! Witness, you knew what this note said. It's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
You say one more person?
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kid? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was...
Take that!
And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time. There is her name right there. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time. There is her name right there.
Well, what's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne.
This fairy must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
The dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
Objection!
He said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the dusty bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
Objection!
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
Objection!
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster? I believe that's the same age you are.
Objection!
Even you couldn't, Miss Faye. You're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a free alarm fire. Unless you can tie all of the loose ends together. You're nothing but a hit and run arsonist. I understand. If I can express her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness! Just who are you anyway?
I didn't think I'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say anything more, witness.
Yes, I understand. What? Miss Edgeworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Ha! Looks like the kid knew. He knew about her true identity from the get-go.
No way, but then why?
He hadn't revealed the secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? I thought she died 5 years ago.
I thought so as well. But, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Objection!
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Objection!
Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. They must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What?
I'm going to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, thought I was winning, but somehow he turned it around on me. Huh. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict.
Objection!
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. Think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. Just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Alright, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? The victim's not. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and he told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. He told her she was going to reveal the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
Objection!
A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. In line to court, Miss Faye, what was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne at Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. Well, what testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Okay.
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Put me on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles.
Years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And way to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister. Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? As you heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth kept to jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up, we still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kid. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What she's saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Objection!
You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River? However, that's hard to believe.
But what is true? I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
Nice try. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge. Now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible!
Objection!
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
Objection!
I don't think that would make any difference. That's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Objection!
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Oh boy. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Estro's explanation correct?
now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge, I sure I caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious! Order in the court! Seems Miss Face's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection!
This is no time to retreat. Fortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Face's assault. For what? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. There's the wires of the bridge.
Take that!
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
Objection!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old and thrown her over.
Objection!
So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Oh, Edgeworth is panicking. What is the meaning of this? Valerie Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally! What? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
This is ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had a gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Objection!
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason than jumping in the reason.
Objection!
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that you want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. That's where the diamond comes in.
Take that!
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up in the mountains with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yet, Dahlia Hawthorne had planned it all from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous!
Objection!
5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. There was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. And the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Objection!
Yep. But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in the sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth. And she written a note! That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this. Ah, there she is. Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Myth, eh? You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally.
You have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
What is that plan to kidnapping, of course? That at 14, I plotted that with Mr. Falls and my sister.
Well, one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that. Oh, Miss Faye? I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Faye. Are you stupid or something? After a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago. I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Heh. That evidence the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kid. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon's woman's crime? It would be Terry.
Take that!
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne. Or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls. Mr. Ridgeworth, what is your take on this? Oh, he's confident. Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. You've heard everything that's been set up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago! Valerie betrayed me! Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia? It is true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Oh, the truth! The real truth! I believed in you! I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. I'll allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Can I talk? Need water. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitter than hell itself. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, a woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was... Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
Objection!
That's enough, Miss Fay. This last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well, Miss Fay, please proceed with the cross-examination. Is that how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? A guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kid. I think.
Objection!
So when you got to the bridge, no one had a riot, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. What? What? Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You wanted to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. I just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go. Special place. Go to a special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. I brought a memento to represent... A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of a tree there. Oh... It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I want to get. This little bow and the necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said? He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. indeed. There certainly wasn't enough time for it. Still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls? Whoa, what the? Whoa, what? That's enough, please. Witness? I promised it 5 years ago. If it ever happens, that we can't trust each other anymore. That you drank the bottle. You just committed Romeo and Juliet in this courtroom. What? I'm supposed to drink bottle. No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. Drank the... Why? No, we were so close. Just a little more. I was gonna prove your innocence. Even though you're kind of a bad person. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill Dahlia again. Oh god. Mr. Falls! Mr. Armando? Thanks for the coffee. What? Mr. Falls! Oh. So he died in court? That's how it ends? So my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. It ends because this guy tried to reenact that scene from Romeo and Juliet? Are you joking? It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Oh, God. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando? You were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kid. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kid. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was Godo. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Whoa, what the? The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Dude, you just broke your coffee mug and your hand is covered in blood. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time, and we file them away and eventually forget them. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yeah, we remember that. And after that, did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes? The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Fortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Well, that's a pretty short case, but What was that ending? Looks like we're on to the final case. We are going to be starting that next week. But in the meantime, if you guys like this video, please sure to give it a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Until then, take care and goodbye.